Good morning, chart Spartans. I wanted to give an update on the crypto markets, specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum, because I'm starting to see some interesting developments. The past 3-4 months have been an absolute bloodbath, and prices have corrected a lot further than I think most people would have anticipated. But we've all heard the good news that El Salvador is going to be accepting Bitcoin as their legal tender, and a lot of other Latin American countries have expressed their interest in doing the same. The other night we had the interview with Elon Musk, Cathie Wood and Jack Dorsey, who were all saying positive things towards Bitcoin, but most notably Elon Musk was saying that Tesla may soon resume accepting payment in Bitcoin, and that he is a holder of Bitcoin, Ethereum and Dogecoin. So, just having a look at the charts, we can see this is the sell-off that's been in place since April 2021 on Bitcoin. And right now we're just breaking out of this downtrend that's been in place. We can see at the bottom what looks like a bit of a head and shoulders bottoming pattern. We've got left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And if we can stay above this red resistance level, then that is going to be very bullish for the price. My first target would probably be back up to around 40,000. Next target will be the all-time highs, 65,000, and beyond that, who knows. Let's zoom out a little bit and see the long-run trajectory of Bitcoin. This is the long-term chart of Bitcoin, and we can see that it's defined by these halving events, which then lead to a big run-up in price between this blue channel. What tends to happen is, following the halving event, we then go up to the upper end of this channel where Bitcoin peaks, and then it crashes and you have a Bitcoin winter. What's interesting is this big sell-off that we've been seeing in the current cycle looks very similar to the sell-off in the 2012-2013 cycle. If we have a look a bit closer on this, we can see that price crashed 73% in 2013 before going on to rise 1,600%. Now, to compare that to today, price has crashed about 60%, about 55%. And if price was to then rise 1,600%, we could expect Bitcoin, up at the 400,000 level. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've got a lot of resistance to beat coming up here, but the price is looking very positive. And if we can just remain above this red line, then this is very encouraging. These markers here, they note that the Bitcoin price peaks 12 months and 16 months after the previous halving cycles. So if we were to peak 16 months after the third halving cycle, that would be August 2021, which is next month. Now, obviously, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that we're in a much slower cycle this time, and given how little distance we currently are above the previous peak, I think that this cycle will go on for a lot longer, and potentially we might see a peak in Bitcoin 20 months after the third halving event, or possibly towards the end of 2021. Now, looking at Ethereum, the picture is much the same as Bitcoin. Let me zoom in on this. So we've had this downtrend that's been in place, and price is just trying to break out now. If Bitcoin can remain above its downtrend, I think that will just signal to the rest of the crypto market that it's time to get bullish, and Ethereum will follow in its footsteps. We've also got the head and shoulders bottoming pattern with the left shoulder, the head and the right shoulder. So price price pattern is very similar to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will lead the way and Ethereum will follow. The last chart I want to show is the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio. Now, when the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio is rising, that's Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. When it's falling, that's Ethereum underperforming Bitcoin. And during the crypto bull markets, Ethereum tends to be outperforming Bitcoin. So we've seen this period of outperformance since August 2019, where Ethereum's been outperforming Bitcoin. What's going on there? Where Ethereum's been outperforming Bitcoin. I think that is to continue, and if Bitcoin is rising towards the end of this cycle, I expect the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio to rise as well. We've had, since the sell-off in the crypto markets, we've had a bit of a consolidation in the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio, but it looks like it's just trying to press out of this downtrend. And if it can do that, I expect the ratio will firstly get back to the near-term highs and then back to all-time highs. Now, if the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio was to rise from 0.6 to 0.12, that would represent a doubling in the outperformance of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And if you expect Bitcoin to, if you're expecting Bitcoin to 5x over the rest of this cycle, potentially even 10x, then that would mean Ethereum would 10x or 20x. So I think we're just watching this price development here on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can remain above this red downtrend, that's very bullish for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if it's bullish for Bitcoin and Ethereum, Ethereum should significantly outperform Bitcoin. And that's all I wanted to cover really today. Good luck with your investing. Ta-ta, pip pip, bye-bye.